And
Hey,
that's a lot.
everybody, got a third here. La, 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 Chronicles. So here we are again. Just got done filming Christmas episode. Only one more episode of Christmas stuff to film after today, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
As you can see, Bird's wearing his goddamn nipple shirt again, but we had a full conversation about that in the episode that'll come out in like 2 weeks, so you can just see that then.
Dude, it's not a nipple shirt. If the nipples aren't showing, it's not a nipple shirt.
So, I mean, it's on the verge, dude. Like, you just let it turn like one way and your fucking nips popping out like your goddamn Janet Jackson. But anyway, so, you know, I have not had any Christmas spirit at all this year, but we did put the tree up. So, like, see, tree.
It's nice.
Yeah, I figured since you ain't going to see it in person this year, it seems, you can, there you go. And everybody else can see it too. Everybody tell Trish how nice the fucking tree looks.
I'll eventually see you eventually.
Yeah, but not till after the holidays and stuff. But anyway, so how you doing, man? Like mentally wise, because not so great.
Well, I was sick for the past couple of days. Stupid flu that Jamie had.
The flu? Oh.
Yeah, I'm okay now. It's just stupid. But yeah, dude, I just watching the news, having a laugh.
Yeah, I mean, it has been getting crazier, man. I mean, for real, for real.
Well, yeah, dude. Especially with
Giuliotti's Benzo Barbie.
dude, that chick, that girl, that is just primo right there. Like I love what she stands up to the bar and like, well, she got up to the bar a couple times, obviously, before she came to this thing, because she was like, "Hey, what you guys do some with it?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" Somebody had a few too many martinis, before they went and decided to go talk with Rudy. You know what I mean? And if Rudy is, dude, if Rudy stresses you, something's wrong.
Damn straight. But it's like, yeah, dude, it's just like he's farting in the middle of things and everybody's making a big deal about that. I'm like, so what? That's like the least offensive thing he's done because everybody farts.
Dude, everybody poops.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say, like, everybody's like, oh, Rudy farted. It's like, yeah, dude, that's like the least offensive thing he's done in the last like 2 fucking years. And I'm sorry, I keep forgetting there's a light up here, so I gotta like kind of stay in that.
Well, I mean, it's funny because like they point out the fart and everything. It's like, how about him trying to destroy democracy as we know it?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, how do you feel about the no stimulus checks from all the rich representatives that we have that are going to be having a lucrative Christmas despite what happens to us because we still have to pay our taxes regardless. We still have to pay them regardless.
And what's fucked up is like that last stimulus that was supposed to go to like small businesses and stuff. Not much of it went to small businesses. It all went to bigger companies.
Yeah. So
Pennsylvania just released a thing, or that was on that. Whatever. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was gonna say, so small businesses try to remember that the next time around, like when Republicans or hell, even politicians in general are like, "Hey, trust me, I'm do something good for you." Like, remember that the next time. We're like, "Oh, where the fuck were you when my business failed?" You know, how long did it take you to bail out Wall Street? I think a whole day. How long did it take you to bail out GM? I don't know, maybe a day. You know what I mean? But when it comes to the American people, hey, we still, I don't know if we have the money. You fucking have the money. You fucking have the money.
Well, yeah, and of course, but they had to make sure that the one major part of that bill that got through was like people can't sue their fucking employer if they get COVID at work.
Yeah,
And
I'm sure.
Can they give us any money?
Dude,
No.
restaurants push that mostly because they treat their fucking employees like they're fucking slave wage anyway. So they don't, you know damn well that they're the ones that were pushing for that hardcore. They're like, we don't want to have to start respecting our employees in any kind of way, you
Yeah,
know.
real.
Like if you're in a business where it's, you know, you go, somebody else takes your place, you're not really no job security there at all, you know. If everything on there is like, you look it up and it's just like restaurants can terminate you for anything, whatever, make shit up, whatever they want. You know, there's no there's no protection there for anybody, you know. But I love this argument kills me. They're like, you know what I mean? Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, all these people, they're they're rich as balls, you know, telling a bunch of poor people, which is for the vast majority of Americans, you know, working Americans are poor beyond belief. They're telling and waiting in food lines for hours and hours on end, you
Yeah,
know,
real for real.
telling them, have patience, just relax, you know, give us some time to come up with some bipartisan horse shit, you know. You know what? And they're supposed to be your representatives. Your representatives indeed. They represent themselves. They represent whatever big business gives them big old fucking hand of money. They represent whatever hand is handing them money. We're obviously not handing them enough because they don't give a fuck.
But we've already talked about like how they are not our representatives; they are our leaders.
I know, but we need to stress that a lot.
Yeah. Well, dude, I don't. It sucks because I have like no Christmas spirit whatsoever fucking ever. I mean, it's pretty apparent in these episodes that are going to be coming up that like we have no Christmas spirit, but it's just like I got nothing, dude. I mean, I'm
Oh,
just blah.
I have look. I have like I have. Well, I don't know what I want to call it. Fake Christmas, whatever, cheer, whatever you want to call it. But you know, my 5-year-old doesn't know what the fuck's really going on. You know what I mean? She's not comprehending all this craziness, and I'm not trying to, let this craziness bug me all the time, especially when I'm around her. So yeah, we're gonna try to make this Christmas as normal as possible. You know what I mean? Like, you know, as joyful for her. I don't give a fuck about myself or whatever. You know what I mean? So this year it's going to be all about her and stuff. So just making sure she has a good Christmas. I don't give a fuck about myself personally.
Well, once you have kids, you kind of already fucking forfeit your right to have a, you know, joyous Christmas for yourself.
You know what I mean? You know, I'm not talking about getting things. I'm talking about just being in that frame of mind and stuff.
Well,
It's gonna.
I didn't even mean just getting things. It's just kind of like, you know, yeah, whatever.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard not to feel a certain type of way about it, especially when you see her face light up and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. That's what makes you feel whatever. It's not seeing a picture of Santa Claus, you know what I mean, or whatever, a couple fucking reindeer, So
Yeah, I don't know. Me personally, like, I don't know. That would even make me like rageful. Like, yeah, like I would just be like, whatever. I just can't do Christmas this year. I just can't do anything this year. Hell, I'm lucky that I can do this as of right now. Like just the shows and everything else. I am not in a good fucking place, man.
well, I mean, neither am I, but it's that fake enthusiasm, you know what I mean?
I can't even muster that shit anymore, man. I mean, I thought we did an okay job in the episode we just filmed and stuff, but
Yeah.
they're not cracks anymore. How we used to say the cracks are showing. They're just full on fucking like, you know, crevasses now.
Well, I mean, it's like, like I think people had the impression that, Joe Biden won, and they were like, oh, okay, and people were expecting, like, hopefully the government's going to help us out or something, do something. Like, I was thinking that they were going to go the exact opposite. Like, Trump was going to be like, well, I'm going to send out, like, stimulus checks, and not just one, but like a bunch, just so I look like the fucking good guy before I leave. And then try to do some fuckery where I can shut it down where Joe can't put out checks. You know what I mean? So I walk away looking good and whatever. But no, it's been the total opposite. It's been like this is how it's been. He's like that chick on that movie we just watched. You know what I mean? Like you took something from me, so now I'm gonna make you fucking pay. And that's what he's doing basically. He's like the country abandoned me, so I'm gonna abandon the country.
But you know why fucking uncircumcised cockneck Mitch McConnell doesn't want to pass the big huge stimulus fucking package, right? Because they want to wait until fucking Biden's in office so they can bitch about the fucking deficit again. Even though they haven't bitched once about the deficit that's been going these last 4 years where we've just been like, it's been exploding. They wanted to do it when Biden's in office so they could be like, see, Democrat deficit. Rah.
All of a sudden they care about the money now. It's like,
Yeah.
it's too late. Too late. It's too late. You can't use this. Yeah, sorry. Can't take it back. It's too late. You know what, dude? Like, look, they're digging it. Look, they're gonna be so busy answering questions as to why they're not, admitting that Biden won. Like, that's the thing that kills me. You already know he won, and they're calling him up on the side, like, hey man, I know you got this, so congratulations. Oh wait, he's coming. Hi, Mr. President. Oh man, let me tell you something. Landslide. And then he leaves the room and he's like, hey Joe, it's me again. Yeah. Congratulations. Sorry, he came in the room for a second. Congratulations. I'll see you after this fat bastard's like, Mr. President, how are you? Hey, landslide, buddy, landslide. You know what I mean? And I guarantee you that's what they're doing. They're every time they see him, they're like, oh yeah, Mr. President, let me tell you, we're finding fraud all over the place. Have you proved it in court yet? No, but we were finding it. I love this whole thing of, hey, the Kraken. Hey, we got information. It's everywhere. It's all over the place. It's mounds of information, mounds and mounds of evidence. Blah, 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 blah. Well, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? What are you waiting on? If this is so important and he won and this has all been rigged, blah, 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 But now it's so crazy how this whole fucking snowball is you know what I mean? It's all imploding on them. They're all fighting with each other. You got Loeffler and them down in Georgia trying to get elected. You got President Trump running around saying shit like it's all rigged, you know. And then you got the head of the GOP trying to tell people like, hey, you need to vote. And they're like, well, why should we vote if it's already decided? And she's like, it's not fucking decided, you know? And but like she came so close. She turned like this and came back like I was waiting for her to be like, God damn it, just because the president says some fucking crazy shit doesn't mean it's true.
But I mean, this is kind of like hopefully turning out to be the perfect storm, man. Hopefully they fucking goddamn uncircumcised cockneck won't have control of the Senate anymore after this fuckery.
Well, they'll have nobody to blame but Trump because he's the one that's been telling everybody it's rigged. They're listening to him.
Well, dude, you see fucking Pence giving his thing down in Georgia, and they're all like 4 more years, just like it's like, dude, it's beyond fucked. Oh yeah, dude, they already released the Kraken. Powell released the Kraken, and it was bullshit.
Yeah, the Kraken was bringing Kmart Victoria Jackson out while she was heavily medicated. What you guys do something with the best? Yeah, I know what I saw. I know what I saw. I saw double because I was drinking at the time and I was sending nude pictures and videos of me fucking to my husband's ex-wife because I'm crazy and it's a very apparent,
They don't like vet any of these witnesses because all of the witnesses even before her were all were fucking deemed uncredible.
Dude, seriously, they had Santa Claus, they had Kmart Jeff Foxworthy, they had fucking Colonel Klink, they had all these fucking retards on there, And they're all like, I saw things. I swear to God, I saw things. And they're like, what things? Things, Your Honor. I'm not a judge. And then the other guy, Jeff Foxworthy, I love him. He was like, well, I'll tell you what, I was down there the one time and I saw that they took a guy supposed to be watching the election voting process and they said, hey, you got to get out. I'm like, yo, fuck you. Anybody can come up with crazy shit, dumbass. I could be like, hey, I saw Donald Trump in a monkey costume outside the White House, fucking one of the decorations for Christmas. I saw him, dick, going in and out, just like Willem Dafoe in that crazy movie. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, you could say literally anything. It's okay. It's funny how, and I love how Trump people, their supporters, aren't putting this two and two thing together. You know what I mean? Why? Ask yourself a question, whether you agree or whatever. Why is Rudy saying all this crazy shit outside the courtroom, but when he gets inside the courtroom, an actual courtroom, he has to admit the truth, and he's like, well, there's no fraud here. We're not looking for fraud, Your Honor. What the fuck are you doing here then?
Yeah, for real.
Rudy, seriously, dude. You know what I mean? Come on, your daughter is against you. Probably your whole family fucking hates you at this point. Are there dick pics? I want to know. Are there dick pics? You've got to start asking these questions. Are there dick pics of Rudy and Lindsey Graham together or something? Because those two are going fucking hard. They're all in. And nobody's had the balls to ask Lindsey, hey man, like, if it's all rigged, how comes you won? Like, seemed to me like your whole state fucking hated your dumbass. How did you win? I'm calling rigged. I want a recount.
That kind of rig's allowed. When they win, rig's allowed. They've been softly rigging elections for years with gerrymandering and all this other stuff and voter suppression. But that's allowed. But whenever they lose,
so stupid that you don't get the whole. Trump said it a billion times, but he was always saying like, the only way I lose is if it's rigged. Well, you know what I mean? Like, well, what the fuck? Like, I get into a boxing ring and I'm like, the only way he knocks me out is if he has steel in his glove. You know what I mean? And like, he knocks me out. He shows his padding. I still call fake news. I say that he switched gloves in between rounds and shit. I do whatever I got to do to not admit that I just got knocked out. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. And what's sad is there's all these fucking people that are just buying it. I mean, just into this.
Here's a boxing analogy that nobody besides hardcore boxing fans will get. But this is basically like the equivalency of Costa Zoo knocking out Zab Judah. Costa Zoo tags Judah. Judah falls forward, gets up and starts arguing to the ref with drool coming out of his mouth. And then Lee does the chicken dance again and falls down and still gets up protesting that he did get knocked out, even though he's clearly fucking knocked out. That's Trump. You know what I mean? Flailing on the ground, doing the chicken leg dance and shit, trying to tell the ref that it didn't happen. It didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, more people need to come out and not just like, he don't care about senators and stuff. What he does care about is celebrities that that are around him, like Dana White. If Dana White would come out and be like, hey, look, you know what, he lost and blah blah blah,
dude, he cares. Dude, he wants the names of all of the fucking senators that have said Joe Biden won. What he's going to do with those names is absolutely nothing, but he wants them. He wants an answer to those rhinos.
He's not going to do anything with them. He's just going to like, I'm going to talk shit about them as soon as I leave office.
I just want it to be over, dude. It's like, it sucks. I'm almost at this point where it's like, I don't want to exist anymore. I'm not saying, I know I've said this before. It's like, I'm not going to do nothing stupid or nothing like that. I don't want to kill myself or nothing. I just wish, as of now, I wish I didn't exist. Because it's yeah.
it's not really it's not really it's not fair. You know, you lost the election. Time to give everybody a break. Everybody's been looking for a break. You know, it's so funny because if you think about it, I think a lot of these Republicans have been looking for this break for a long time, but now they're scared to death that they're going to lose this crazy base. You know, I got news for them. Not everybody in the Republican Party's fucking nuts like these people. You know what I mean? A lot of them voted for Joe Biden because they were tired of this dickhead. So why don't they think about that instead of focusing all their energy on these crazy assholes that don't make a lick of difference in the fucking long run? You know what I mean? Like they're crazy and they're going to go back to being National Enquirer crazy after this. If you want to save the party, focus on the Republicans, which they call Republican Classic now. You know, what does that mean? The Republicans that had a brain? You know what I mean? Oh, well, no, we want to focus on the ones that are all deadheads, you know? Like,
So would that make Trumpists like new Coke? You know, like the Coke that failed? You know, remember back in the day?
His fan base is Crystal Pepsi.
No, but more like since you said since Republicans are calling like, you know, Republicans classic or whatever, it's like so it's like new Coke. When new Coke came out, it failed, so they just had to bring back, you know, Coke Classic.
Yeah, basically. You know, and I'm not saying like the Ronald Reagan type shit's gonna work again, you know. And I'm just saying, like if you're a Republican, you obviously don't want Trumpism to be, you know, the future of the party, you know. So I mean, like, you really want to see debates where QAnon people are up there going, "Well, we don't have evidence, but we have theories that you run a pizza parlor that's actually a hideout for illegal aliens from Mars, and they're sucking people's brains out with pixie stick straws." And you know what I mean? Like, you really want that? Because that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the crazy of the crazy of the crazy of the crazy. You know, a QAnon person's gonna go on stage and be like, "My opponent was seen on video having sex with Sasquatch," you know, and people are gonna go, "Oh my God, he had sex with Sasquatch." The other half's gonna go, "What the fuck's happening?" But the media is gonna focus on the Sasquatch thing because that they have to.
Oh no, let's talk about something else. I'm over all of it.
What? Oh, you know what we could talk about, which is kind of cool in a way and weird. I don't know what your thoughts would be on it, but the fact that HBO is releasing all those fucking movies, HBO Max, all of one day, Godzilla versus King Kong, fucking Mortal Kombat.
Well, but it's like, yeah, I mean, they're releasing all the movies in theaters and on HBO Max. I mean, it's kind of cool because I hate going to theaters, but it's basically the death knell of theaters.
Well, I mean, I hope not. I hope that after the vaccine, one of these vaccines is, you know what I mean, is like going to be the one that everybody's taking and whatever, you know what I mean? I hope, but when that happens and people's confidence of going outside and doing things, you know, places like restaurants and theaters and shit like that will see a giant resurgence. Let's fucking hope so. You know, we don't want to have like a society of introverts that nobody goes outside. It's just a deserted land. You know, everybody just a bunch of fucking delivery trucks flying all over the place because people won't leave their houses. You know,
But people aren't going out now and doing things.
well, they are, but not. Well, look, if they were, then all these places wouldn't be hurting so fucking bad. You know, if they were just counting on the fucking MAGA hats helping them out, I'm sure they'd be okay. Isn't there like 80 million of them cunts? You know,
Yeah, I don't know, but
shows
like,
that you know they may talk shit and wear their red hats, but they're just as scared as everybody else.
but theaters and stuff, they were basically dying before this anyway.
Or you know what I'd like to see is a resurgence of hometown theaters. You know what I mean? Theaters that were actually in town, like the old school ones with the lights and everything. Like I would like to see those come back.
Well, see, I'm kind of more of the thing where like I'm kind of glad that like all of this has brought back the drive-in theater.
Yes. Well, that's what I mean. They need to look. I hope they don't go away after, you know what I mean? Like when theaters do eventually pick back up, because you know they will. It's like I hope they still see business and stuff.
Dude, I don't know. Dude, if
I
they're
think
doing that, if they're going to start releasing them streaming, dude, nobody's going to go to the theater. I mean, I hate going to the theater. I hate paying $1,000 to go to the theater and have some dickbag behind me going rah, 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 and all that kind of fucking shit. Like, I hate going to the theater. I like watching a movie at home where I can pause it, go outside for a cigarette, whatever.
see, the difference is that what I would do if like bringing back theaters and stuff is re-implement the rules in a sense. Like if you're in a theater and you're talking and shit, you'll be asked to leave or shut the fuck up. You know, you'll get a couple warnings. You know what I mean? Like in my theater, you're not gonna just drop popcorn on the floor and act like a douchebag. You know?
Yeah, but that's not, yeah, whatever. That's not the way things are nowadays, man. Everybody's entitled. I can do this. I can do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're not that far. It's just we let a lot of selfish ass people take over the world. You know?
No, dude, we're pretty fucked with like selfish people, man. Like our generation and all the generations after us, we're horrible fucking people. We're entitled, fucking selfish fucking people, man. I mean, people are always selfish people, but you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. These last few generations here have been pretty fucking shitty. I must say so myself.
They've been pretty disappointing.
Well, I mean, you know, you go from like back in the day, you have the beatniks and then the hippies, and then like, you know, the 80s came and they all fucking bought into this fucking, you know, yuppie bullshit and just ruined it for everybody after that. And then our generation's all fucking selfish and, you know, meh. And then
Yeah.
like our generation had kids and they're all shitty pieces of shit just like us. And yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it's producing shit. Hey,
Dude,
just like our channel. Exactly just like our channel. Shit producing shit.
you know what you need to do?
What?
You need to get yourself like a punching bag or something you can beat the shit out of. Yeah, I would suggest you beating your wife, but she's stronger than you, and she'd definitely take you. So that's out.
Yeah, definitely. But like, yeah, I don't know, dude. Well, I don't think that would help because all this shit producing shit would still be around after the punching.
Of course it would. After the punching, you know, you don't know when's the last time you punched anything.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I would like to punch something.
Besides your wiener, I know you like to self mutilate.
Yeah, definitely. But like, yeah, dude, I don't know. It's been a long time since I punched anything, but I want to punch something that matters. I don't know if
Something
that's a little weird.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe,
I want to punch somebody that deserves it.
maybe you do want to punch your wife then.
No, not at fucking all, dude. But no, I want to punch somebody that deserves it.
Someone that deserves it.
Yeah.
Well, that would be any politician. Pick one.
That would be most people in general.
That would be most people in general, for sure.
Oh, you gonna do something fucking stupid where none of us care to fucking see except for Kevin because he's gonna sit there and pull his Peter out while you're fucking pounding on your sack.
Oh shit! Seriously, are you calling Kev out? Say he's gonna pull his dinger out?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. Yeah.
You called Kev out? Say he's gonna pull his dog out? That's fucked up.
It is what it is.
I gave something to Laramie. I got to give something to Kev now. And no, I'm not pulling my butt out.
She didn't want what you gave her.
Huh?
Is that shirt? Nobody wants that.
Dude, no woman wants what I can give her. You know what I mean? That's clear as day.
True that.
Laramie would be no different.
And you have Johnny Depp staring behind you.
I do have Johnny Depp. I was gonna say, like, oh my god, I turned around like, oh my god, he's there. You know? It is. You know, it is creepy. Sometimes when I'm like working out, like he fucking staring right at me, and his eyes follow you like Jesus. It is weird.
Well, so what? Like, so when you work out, you stare into Johnny Depp's eyes, don't you?
Well, I mean, not when I'm hit. I can't do it when I'm hitting this thing because it's facing this way. But like, yeah, like if I'm over there, yeah, man, I fucking stare right into Johnny's eyes. I'm like,
You
check
get
out the
lost.
huh?
I say you get lost in those eyes.
Dude, come on. If Johnny Depp is in that room right there with you, staring at you, you'd get lost in those eyes.
I'd be like, this is weird. Why are you here?
And like you'd be like, this is weird because I'm very attractive all of a sudden to a man.
I don't know if I was ever to be attracted to a man. I don't know if Johnny Depp would be one of them. See, it looks like he stinks.
He stinks.
He looks like he stinks. I don't know.
He looks like he stinks like tobacco and just back sweat, huh?
That like just like sour ass, I bet.
Sour ass.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He just looks like a dude that doesn't wash his ass properly. I don't.
Oh shit,
I don't fucking know, dude.
dude! I think he can afford to wash his ass properly.
Oh, he can afford to, but he's so rich he doesn't need to. That's the fucking thing.
But I'm gonna teach you how to let out your aggression just for a few moments, just for a minute.
I'm not even going to pay attention.
You're not even gonna pay attention. See, this is what fat people do when you try to introduce exercise to them. They get upset and they just deny it. Whoa, dude, you blew up like a bullfrog. That's what I do. I know that's loud as balls, ain't it?
Yeah, pretty much. But like,
I think there's something wrong with my bag. It's deflating. That's not a sexual thing.
well, dude, that's just age. You're getting old, so your sack's deflating.
My bag automatically deflates with age.
Yeah, soon it'll be all like, your balls will be hanging down to your knees, and like you'll be sitting down on them all the time. And
yeah, I mean, like that could be fun. You could play with them like yo-yos. You know what I mean? Like
throw it up. Sitting on your balls is not fun.
You could twirl it and stuff and do like tricks and shit. You know what I mean? Like around the back and around
of the bat wing and stuff.
Yeah, well, like that, but like you could do it like we whip it around your wrist and shit and roll it back around and stuff, like a yo-yo.
Yeah, do like around the world and stuff, and walking the dog, walking the sack. Blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should try that after we hang up with each other.
Well, at least you're saying that, not saying like, "Hey, dude, once we stop recording, we should try that." Because that's like,
we can't physically do it. It's okay. I got nothing, so I'm gonna go now.
All right, I'm good with that. So yeah, one more Christmas episode left to film, and then we just got real Christmas to deal with. So yeah.
Merry Christmas.
All right, dude. I'll talk to you later.
All right, dude.